Hello and welcome to How to Play Ticket to Ride, presented by GatherTogetherGames.com. This video will cover how to play the board game Ticket to Ride. The video will start with the general concepts and gameplay, and then get into more of the details for the game. The game is played with 2 to 5 players. To play, you will need the Ticket to Ride board game. Each player will choose a color of trains to use. Each player will also have a corresponding color marker to keep their score. These markers start in the lower left corner of the board. The train cards are shuffled and 4 train cards are dealt to each player. The remaining train cards are placed to the side with 5 train cards being flipped up. Shuffle the destination ticket cards and deal 3 to each player. The remaining destination tickets are placed to the side. Of the 3 destination tickets, a player must keep at least 2 of them. A player can keep all 3, or if one is unwanted, it is returned to the bottom of the destination ticket pile. The object of the game is to score the most points throughout the game. Points are scored in 3 ways. 1 by claiming a route between 2 adjacent cities, 2 by successfully completing a continuous path between the cities listed on your destination ticket, or 3 by having the longest continuous path of routes. Points can be lost if a route from your destination ticket is not completed. The player who is the most experienced traveler will go first. On a player's turn, the player will either draw 2 train cards, claim a route, or draw 3 destination tickets. Red decides to draw 2 train cards. A player can draw a card from the 5 cards showing or the top card of the train card deck. Once one card is drawn, the open space is filled with the top card. The player then picks a second card. Play moves left to the next player. The yellow player decides to draw 3 destination tickets. Yellow will look at the 3 destination tickets and decide which ones to keep. The player must keep at least 1, but can keep all 3 of them if wanted. Unwanted cards go to the bottom of the destination ticket deck. Yellow decides to keep all 3 cards. Play moves left to the next player. Green decides to claim a route. To claim a route, a player must have matching color cards equal to the number of spaces in a route. Green claims a 2-space pink route and will place green-colored trains on the route. The train cards used are placed into a discard pile. Every time a route is claimed, the player will score points for the route. Use the table on the board to determine the points scored based on the route length. A 2-space route scores 2 points. Play moves left and players continue to take turns making moves. Skipping ahead to the end of a round, Black only has 4 trains left and plays 2 red train cards to claim a route. Black only has 2 trains left. Once a player only has 2 or fewer train pieces left, each player only gets 1 more turn. This includes another turn for the player that went to 2 or fewer pieces. Each player takes another turn and the game is over. The scores are calculated starting with each player's points from claiming routes throughout the gameplay. These points should have been kept on the outside of the board. These scores are recorded. Next, each player will add up their completed destination ticket amounts and subtract any uncompleted destination ticket amounts. Red completed all 4 destination tickets for a total of 39 points. Yellow completed 4 destination tickets but failed to complete their 5th ticket. This subtracts 8 points from the other 4 ticket amounts for a total of 28 points. The destination tickets are calculated for the remaining players. 10 bonus points are given to the player who had the longest connected route. Red had a 26 train connection for the longest in the game. All the points are totaled, and Black wins with 116 points. If there is a tie, the player who completed more destination tickets wins. If still a tie, the player with the longest continuous route wins. When claiming a route, a player must have an equal number of cards as spaces for the route, and in the same color. A multicolored train card is wild and can be used as any color. The gray routes on the board can be claimed by any matching colored cards with an equal amount of spaces in the route. Only 1 route can be claimed per turn. When there are 2 routes side by side, a single player cannot claim both routes. Here, red cannot claim the orange route next to the route already claimed. After a route is claimed, the train cards are discarded. If the train card deck is exhausted during the game, the discard pile is shuffled and becomes the new deck to draw from. If a multicolored train card is one of the 5 flipped up cards, the player who draws it may only draw that 1 card. If a multicolored train card is flipped to replace the first drawn card, The drawing player cannot draw the wild card as their second card. If a player chooses to draw from the deck and gets a wild card, the player still gets to draw a second card. If at any time 3 out of the 5 flipped up cards are wild cards, all 5 cards are discarded and 5 new cards are flipped up. That wraps up how to play Ticket to Ride. If you found this video helpful, give it a thumbs up and get more game tutorials by subscribing to our channel, Gather Together Games. Thanks for watching.